Hello. We just got back home from the Labor Day weekend high altitude nationals at Vandermeer, that bracket race. So I posted two, or I'm going to post two today. One was catch up on the engine, where we're at with that, the rebuild complete, and I've already got that one done. And that's just how things went race wise. Like I said, I think in the other video, I used to do a lot of bracket racing, and the reason we started out thinking this car years ago set up for super street is we like to do heads up racing where you leave at the same time and you end up, roughly the same time. So ET racings or bracket racing is a little bit different than that, where you have staggered starts, and it's a little different. But anyway, we, first round runner up. And you'll see when I'm just going to go ahead and post the races from the whole weekend. So altogether, it's I think 5 or 6 races. As far as the time trials on bracket racing, it's kind of weird because for the pure time trial, you'll see I go up against our rail at one time and we both leave at the same time. Well, obviously he's going to get there a lot faster than I would. These are 7-second, 8-second cars, and we're running with the throttle stop at 11.5. So there's not a lot to glean out of that other than just how the car ran and where I'm trying to get it dialed in, which I struggled with at the beginning. Somewhat, some of it had to do a little bit with the weather station. I'm trying out a new weather station and getting used to that, and I made a couple adjustments the wrong way, but we finally got there towards the end. And then, unfortunately, you'll see the finals was against a yellow Camino. I can't remember the guy's name. Nice car, but I dialed the car in, ran 11.521, which is not terrible. 21 over index. But I, for whatever reason, had a 96 light. It didn't feel like it when I released, but just the way things work. It's sometimes I think drag racing is a lot like whack-a-mole, man. You work on one thing and get it all together, and then something else you need to work on. So, but we had a great weekend. It was hot again, but Tammy's there to help me the whole weekend, and really got a lot accomplished. I made a lot of, got the car zeroed in. I would be able to dial that in where I did that last run compared to what I was struggling with during the weekend at times. Says a lot. Cars running, an old drag racer that John knew real well told me you tune to top end, and the car is right there. It's when you look at that last interval from 1,000 to 1320 feet, roughly the last 16th of a mile. Man, we're right there. It's just every time it's just within 2 or 3 thousandths that interval, which tells you that power-wise the car is running consistent. So we're on the road. We're getting there. So I'm just going to string out these. There's also a couple of videos in here that kind of show how we're set up in the pits, kind of show the track a little bit. And when you're in staging, and then I'll just sequence the actual races as they happen, and it will end up with that running the El Camino, which is where I was eliminated. So, but overall, a good weekend, and again, I appreciate everybody watching, and got any ideas or anything, we're open to that. And we got a race coming up in about 2.5 weeks, a super street race. Maybe it's 3 weeks. I guess 3 weeks. Not sure I'm going to make that one. I've got a procedure I got to get done, and I'm not sure how I'm going to get in and out of the car. Might be a little bit of a struggle. It's a struggle for me on good days. So, but if not, that's probably going to be it for the year. But anyway, there's been a kick, and we'll hopefully keep it going in some fashion or another. And always love your feedback. Talk to you later. Bye. So this is kind of a typical pit setup. We got the golf cart, got our sun shade. It's going to be mid-90s again today. It seems like it's been that every time we've been here from May to every time we've been here this summer. Anyway, we're just waiting for our first time trial run call. Probably in about 15-20 minutes, I would guess. Let me give you an idea of it's a little messy in here. We're in the middle of some stuff. You know, just a basic setup. Got my new weather station going. It seems to be working. So your pits are about, probably 60 by, supposed to be only 20, but most people take 20, 30 feet. So we actually got quite a bit of room today, the way they laid out. There you go.
You check out all.
Kind of give you a layout of how Vandermeer's laid out. Kind of a neat track in that you have a downhill run into the right up underneath the tunnel, so you don't have to be starting and stopping your car. You just coast down the hill, which is kind of cool. And then a really good surface. I mean, this is one of the top drag strips in the nation. And obviously for a sportsman racer, it gets kind of crowded here because they have fairly big events, but it's kind of fun. Great for spectators too. You see the way the stands are. This is Run Tough, they call it, which is one of the, I'm not going to say lower, but one of the sometimes slower class, but not so much sometimes. Just I don't think they can have a trans brake. They can't have any other electronics. So it's kind of a pull it out of the garage and go race a class. Kind of fun. So, but you can see it's a nice facility. Got a nice run out. And I'm doing their time trials. Ours is the next class up, so I probably have to be getting back here. And then the other good thing about Vandermeer is it has an uphill run out, which, you know, for our cars at 130 miles an hour, it's not that big a deal, but it helps. A lot of cars that normally use chutes and whatnot, they don't even deploy them here because you got that uphill. So anyway, our pits are right behind us here. So it's a good vantage point. So, all right, we'll go get ready for that first time trial.